Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another SBC video with me, Kieran. It's another one in the series that doesn't have a good name yet. It's the cheapest squads for each rating. Today, I'm going to show you how to get the cheapest 86 rated squad. This is probably the most common one for player SBCs in 86. You absolutely always see it. So I'm sure this will help a lot of people. And if you're watching this later on in the game, remember prices would have gone down. This is at the start of the game and there'll be other cards you can use as well. Any point you need any help, cards have gone up. People have changed clubs, it's got more expensive. Think there's stuff that's cheaper, whatever, just drop me a comment and I'll sort that out. But anyway, we're going to get straight into the squad. I don't think there's any point in really sitting about. And at Prasnikar is going to be our first one. This is an 86 rated squad. We can still get some 84s in there. As always, I'm doing it in concept because one, I don't have the coins to do it, and two, if there's an SBC that I don't need to do, why would I waste coins? Laura Prasnikar is going in first, around 1.2k per playing for Frankfurt. Remember, if you want to bid on all these players, you can always get them cheaper. That is something I'm always going to point out to you, because these are their bidding prices. A lot of them are cheaper if you're willing to bid. It just depends how much patience you have. If you want to bid 100, 200 coins below, that's very easy. You can do it all the time. If you want to try and get a better deal, obviously you can be very patient and wait. That is completely up to you. But moving on, we're going to have another 84. Next, we're going to have Iledstedt, who plays for Arsenal. I've probably butchered the name, but there she is. Always very useful for SBC. And the person next to her is literally only useful for SBCs these days, because unfortunately the football has left him, and that is Casemiro. 38 pace. They chopped off his legs. Carlos Henrique, Venancio Casemiro there, and he's again going to be around 1.2k for you, because no one wants Casemiro in their team. Next up is a player who it makes me really sad to see him wash. We've got Sadio Mane. He's going to be up next. Look, he's not got pace anymore. What happened to him? Even last year he was okay. Sadio Mane is not usable anymore though. He can play in a lot of positions, but yeah, he's not very expensive. He's again going to be around 1.2k. He doesn't have the best links, which is a massive contributor towards that. Next up, we're going to have another Arsenal player. It's going to be another women's player. It's going to be Manuela Zinsberger, of course, the goalkeeper. She's going to be going in next. Again, around 1.2k for you. She's 5'10", so for a women's goalie, she's actually not that short, but still not usable, which is why she's going to be so cheap for you to use. We've got one more 84 before we get into the real meat of this SBC. We get into the real, I wouldn't say expensive players, because they're not expensive for what they are, but they're the more expensive players because they're higher rated. We've got Engen, who obviously can play CDM as well. She's going to be going in next. Ingrid, Sinstrad, Engen. And while I'm just doing these guys, 1.2k of course for her being an 84. While I'm doing this, just remember that if you've got players that you need from a certain nation, certain other requirements, that just swap them out for a player that's the same rating here. Same with a team of the week. You're much more likely to get a cheap team of the week on the 84s than anything else. Mary Earps is going to be next, and she's actually the only 86 rated player in the squad. She's the only player that matches the rating of the SBC, if that makes sense. Mary Earps, of course, playing for PSG now. 5'8", that she isn't going to save anything, but she is pretty cheap. She's around 6k if you wish to bid. You may find her cheaper. All of our remaining players, guys, they are where kind of the money is for this SBC, because this SBC is around 50k overall, and this is 40k in the next four players. There are 87s. This is cheaper than building a whole team of 86 by quite a way, by the way. I have compared the two. Mallory Swanson is going to be up next. American winger, 89 pace, but not much else. I mean, she has got 5-star weak foot, but I mean, there's better cards out there. That's why she's so cheap. Of course, physical is massive on this game. She doesn't exactly have much of that. Next up is going to be a player who was very helpful last year. He's back this year, back playing for Man City. The menus are shafted me again now, as usual. It's going to be Ilkay Gundogan. There he is. Back in Man City, back being useful for SBCs. Ilkay Gundogan, again, will cost you around 10k. It's just, I think his pace makes him quite unusable, which is a real shame. I'm sure he'll get some good special cards. Our next one is one that I can't believe is literally going for bottom price out of the 87s. Bruno Fernandes. I surely thought he'd be more expensive. I've gone out of focus a bit there. I do apologise for that. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes is going to be next into the squad. I don't know why he's so cheap, but he just is. I guess he's not very good in game. He's again going to cost you around 10k if you wish to bid, probably a little bit cheaper. And we need one more player to finish off and get us that coveted 86 rated, and that is going to be Rose Lavelle, who plays for Gotham, New Jersey. I still can't believe there's a team called Gotham, but if you need a little bit of chem, you can move some players around. There is a little bit of chem in here, obviously, with Arsenal players, with 2 American Women's League players. There's a little bit of chem you can get in a few Premier Leagues and stuff as well. So, if you need chem, it'll probably only be a few. It's unlikely, but that's what you can do. As you can see in the top left, this squad is 86 rated. It does meet the requirements. As I said at the start, Any questions, make sure you let me know. Any players you find anything cheaper, obviously let me know about that as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what rated squad you want to see next, whether it's higher or lower than this, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Oh, it's not letting me finish the recording, guys.